Tim, let's look at the political environment, because there is a constitutional issue, and as we discussed just before we started this segment here, that there are people who are even in the camp that say, yeah, wouldn't that be good, and there's a good argument, but they don't think it'll ever happen. How does the political environment play into it?
Well, I tend to think problem solution. We have a problem. Utah state government has a budget of $13.3 billion a year. If we look at how that budget is broken down, we see that more than half of the budget is dedicated to public education. You can add to that higher education. If we look just at public education, with a population of less than 3 million people for the state of Utah, about 97% of our school kids, kindergarten through 12, attend public school, taxpayer supported. And we see that in order to bring Utah's level of education up to the quality it should be, it's estimated we need at least $2 billion more to bring to have good schools, well-paid teachers, excellent facilities, and a lower teacher-student ratio. So where are we going to get that money? Representative Ivory has said, let's sue the federal government. Let's have access to these lands. Well, litigation takes time. It's expensive. It's going to probably cost a lot more than $3 million. Chances are, historically, if you predict the immediate future off the recent past, after a good deal of time, the state will lose.
Which was the last state that joined the Union, and you may not know this question, that actually got most all of their undesignated lands returned to the state or disposed of by the federal government?
Yeah, you have to go all the way back to 1959.
Hawaii got all of theirs. When they came in right off the bat, they gave them all their lands.
It says right in their Enabling Act that the United States hereby grants directly to the state of Hawaii title to all the public lands, title which is held by the United States immediately prior to their admission. Because the native Hawaiians didn't want a government thousands of miles away ruling over their lands, and so they mobilized, they activated, they exercised their political franchise and power and compelled Congress to transfer their lands. That's the exact same thing that Illinois and Missouri and Arkansas and Louisiana and those states did when they were 90% federally controlled for decades. They activated their power from the people up and compelled all of their representatives in Congress and taught throughout the United States and compelled Congress to transfer their lands, and they're now all less than 5% federally controlled.